Okay, guys. Well, today has been fruitful. I was able to get some videos up. I'm still in the library. So I am getting ready to go back in and make this my last video since they close at 6. So I'm going to make this my last video to upload. I have some unfinished business that I didn't finish talking about this morning, and that is about those shelters. Now, since this is, as I said, a very upscale area over here in Lincoln Park, and I am surprised that they have these dilapidated shelters that's killing people and stuff like that. So you know me, I'm gonna have to go investigate. Now, I didn't really want to go to a shelter, but I'm going to have to wind up going to them and see what's really going on and document it. And as I said, the people, the lady I talked to who is homeless and that obviously has been homeless for a while and know a lot about what's going on with these shelters and how they're doing the homeless here in Chicago. Uh, they said, now, I remember I told you that when I first became homeless, I was riding L. I would ride the L at night to keep warm. So I was riding back and forth. And I was having trouble with the people on the um, conductors and some of the personnel at the L station. The L's would, I had heard that there were two women that ride the L at night, two who don't have homes either. They're sisters. They're supposed to be twins, and people call them prophets because they seem like they have a calling and they talk about God all the time. So I wanted to find those sisters. And my target individuals in this system knew it. So when I was trying to get on the L's ride back and forth, I would get on at 95th Street and go all the way to Howard or all the way to the end of the line so I can try to catch these sisters. I didn't want to stay on one L, so I was getting on back and forth. So the L conductors got to the point where they would pass me up before and if I get on one L and try to get on another one, they would shut the door and take off. And so I would wait and try to go and catch another one. And they would come like on one side. Every 2 minutes they would come. And then before I could step on, they close the door and step off. And then sometimes, oh, and I took that video too about, they would tell me to get off the L and that this is the end of the line. Everybody must depart. Everybody must get out. So I happened to look on one of the L's, and people were still on there, sleeping. So why did they make me get off? And these people were still sleeping on the L. And then what I did do, I looked at one of the guys who was sitting on the L, and it wasn't very cold outside at this time. But even if it was, he's sitting on the L, and he had his whole face covered up. He had like he was hiding something. You know, you're very suspicious. You know, I'm not paranoid, but I am suspicious and I'm very alert about what's going on around me. And I wonder why he was dressed up like a ninja, um, on his L. So I know he was just trying to keep me from videotaping, covering his face. So all of a sudden, they turned off all the lights on that L to keep me from videotaping the people that were still on there. So these things, this whole system is set up. But when I was talking to the girl yesterday at the homeless shelter, and we was at McDonald's talking about some of the things that they're doing to the homeless, now they're putting all the homeless in one car. Now usually, if I got on the L, there were a few homeless people and a lot of perpetrators that was sitting there. But now they're gathering all the homeless and making them get on one car. Isn't it something? They're not supposed to do that. Because number one, they don't know enough about people to do that. You gonna round them up in one car. Well, you know I got to go and investigate everything I find that's not proper. But as I said, I'm going to go to these shows because you know now they said, and I've been to one when I was in California where you had to get out in the day and go do something. But now they're saying they're putting you out, some of them at 4 o'clock in the morning. Get you up at 4 o'clock in the morning, even at under 32 degrees. When it's very, very cold outside, they put you out. And I know that to be a fact because I was coming from Save a Lot store one time. And this guy was trying to get some money, asking people for money so he can buy him something to eat in the store because they had put him out early in the morning. And it was very, it was in the teens, I think. It was really, really cold. And I had to chase him down to give him some money so he can get him something from the store. But I was mad. I was angry. How dare they put people out at that temperature and that kind of weather? Homeless people out. What? And the library was closed that day, so he had nowhere to go. That's crazy. And what she was telling me yesterday confirms what I was thinking. Now they're getting all this money from them people. They're making them sign in the programs and stuff that they're supposed to be taking, and they're putting them out early in the morning and won't let them come back in until late evening. So how are you getting this money to take care of homeless people in these shelters when they're empty in the daytime? Isn't that something? So, uh, number one, like I told you, I'm hearing about some people getting killed and some of them, and they tell you to go to your nearest emergency room at the hospitals. They go into the emergency rooms, and the police will either take you to a shelter, or you can sit in the emergency room till something opens. Well, let me tell you what they're telling people to do here. Now they're telling you have to sign away all your rights. They want you to sign paper. This is not confirmed, but this is what the homeless person told me yesterday, that you have to sign a piece of paper saying that if you get killed, they're not responsible. Isn't that something? If somebody kills you or beats you or injures you in their facilities, they're not responsible. Really? In a hospital emergency room? How could they come up with that? So, do they have, I'm telling you, they have real murder hospitals and mental murder wards. I was in one. So, what are they doing to these homeless people? And why don't they want any responsibility if something happens to the homeless? So, investigations must start tomorrow. The day is up. My day is almost done now. Did some of the things I want to do, except for this. Let me show you this. I've been calling all over to get some things done about this judge who took Judge Dumper, who told Miss Nelson she could have everything I own, my telephone, my glasses, my meds, that I can't get anything out of my apartment. So I've been trying to find some way to get this judge, because the judge obviously won't take himself off the bench, because as I told you, I filed the motion to remove him off my cases. Of course, every case I take, and I think I've had about 25 at Marvin Courthouse, every case I take, whether small claims, whether it's suing a business for $100,000, whether it's housing, or I always wind up with Judge Dumper. And that's amazing to me. How I keep getting the same judge no matter what kind of case I have. So, I filed a motion to have him removed from my cases. And they say that the only way he can be removed is if he removed himself. Isn't that something? Now, if he's been on about 25 cases and he's dismissed everyone I put before him without even looking at evidence, why would he dismiss himself off a case? So, I've been calling around trying to find different agencies that's supposed to deal with judges. And I've ran into 3 judge investigation agencies, judge judicial council, and every one of them say they have no responsibility over them judges. They can't do anything. So this is the only one, after I made the recording, of how nobody would touch them judges. So I made the recording about these places saying nobody has jurisdiction. So they said if I wanted this place said that they did, that they could do something, that they had some control of the judges. So, or if I had a complaint, I had to wait I couldn't do it over the phone when I don't send that over the internet. I had to wait for them to send me a complaint form. Now listen to this, though. Enclosed, you'll find information, materials about the Judicial Inquiry Board. It says, and the board does not provide legal counsel, advice, services, or referrals. So they can't tell me, if they're not taking the case, they can't even tell me where to go, and they can't give me no advice. So what are they there for? They can't give me any legal counsel, any advice, services, or referrals. Cannot file motions, petitions on your behalf, change the judge's ruling. So even if he was wrong, they can't make him do what's right. They can't change his decision, judgment, remove or replace the judge residing in your case. Now, if they can remove or replace him, change your attorney, have your case moved. Now listen to this. Have your case moved to another venue. County intervene in any court case and has no authority to investigate allegations of misconduct. Really? So if you can't do nothing, what is your job? Why did you send your complaint form if you can't do a damn thing? Has no authority to investigate allegations of misconduct against retired state judges, attorneys, really. But they're telling me here they can't change the venue, they can't change the decision, they can't do anything to this judge. So whatever wrong he's done, we're stuck with it. They can't remove him. They can't change me to another courtroom. Really? So again, these criminal entities, and this is what this is, the State of Illinois Judicial Inquiry Board, again, they're holding up with these judges. They're showing me how deep this honorable, and who are these people? You got to get their names. These honorable people are again holding up this evil system. So, why would I file a complaint? Why would I file a complaint? They can't give me any referrals if they can't help me. They can't do anything to the judge. They can't change my case. Really? So you people, for those keep asking, why don't you go and check that and check that? I'm telling you, I have tried everything. The seal of approval. I have tried just about every resource, but the thing is, what I like is referrals. Because see, when they don't do anything, I like to tell the next person up the line who I can go and document that they're not doing the job either, that they keep passing the buck. So now they're not going to give me any referrals or advice or services. Really? So they can't provide me anything. But got to give me the information I need to do and collect some more individuals. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, I got this I forgot about. I got about the shelters that I'm going to investigate. And, well, I can't think about it. But if I remember what it is, if I have time, I'll make one last video. Okay, you guys, love you. I'm telling you, y'all just got to hurry up back. But it's a good thing that none of these things can say, well, we're not doing this. That we did everything we could to help. Because as you see, none of them help. All of them are they. And on one of the videos, this other thing I want to talk about. I looked at the video for Stephanie Bond, Beldy. I told you guys, I made a video and I commented for everybody because they had a targeted individual demonstration in London at the BBC. And Stephanie wanted everybody to call or something to the BBC or the news there in London to speak up for targeted individuals. And I looked at the video today, and there were maybe 10 people, 10 targeted individuals I saw. And that's ridiculous, because I know there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of targeted individuals in London. So I left a comment on Stephanie's video about the demonstration that something is seriously wrong with this picture. That there should have been more targeted individuals there at the demonstration. And when they had the same demonstration in Washington, D.C., the targeted individuals had, there were very few people there, too. Now, with all the targeted individuals in the United States, something is wrong, especially with all these targeted individual groups, organizations, and doctors and leaders who claim they're talking to targeted individuals. Why weren't these people, even in London, on the scene? Even if the doctors or the other group leaders or whoever can make it. With all the people they say that's targeted individuals that they're talking to, why weren't they there? So this doesn't pass the smell test. Now, one comment was made on the video this morning about one of the doctors who says she's doing this, she's doing that, and the guy spoke up and saying, "Well, something's wrong with that picture. That she doesn't seem to be for real." And I think he's right. But one person stuck up for her and said she's a respected, noted person in the community and stuff like that. But we know the government has a lot of shields, has a lot of infiltrators, has a lot of people faking like they're targeting individuals when they're really not. So I think I agree with that guy and said, why didn't she show up? And even if she was a great organizer and a doctor and she had all this pool with targeted individuals, why didn't she spread the word where more targeted individuals weren't there? And as I said, we're watching the same thing. We have all these TI groups in the United States saying that they are talking to people and they having these boards and communications. Why aren't they organized enough to get targeted individuals together as a real force? Now, as I said in the comment I made on Stephanie's video this morning, we need to do our own contacting each other, put our own numbers, emails out there, because this is look like it's government back to keep us not communicating and not talking with people. Because if we depend on organizations and people who's supposed to be helping us to get us organized, and obviously they're not, that they're not even letting us know about each other. They're not even letting us know about events that's supposed to help us. Then it's government backed. So I always try to leave my number, my telephone number, and my email address on the video somewhere where people can see it and we can communicate. But no one seems to call me. Every now and then I get something. But most of them that call me are gang stalkers, pretending they're TIs. And once it's out of the bag, because I just don't cut them off. I'll talk to them until I catch them in lies. And I'm telling you, the people that reach me seems to be gang stalkers, trying to pretend to be TIs. So I'm going to leave my number again. I don't know how we're going to do this, guys, but we got to get together. We got to get together and find a way that we could communicate with each other directly. And I don't know how it's going to do, but I'm going to leave my number again. If I don't put it in the what they call it, the directions or whatever, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to say it slow. So even if it's not written, if you can, in the description, you can hear it and write it down. My number is 773-396-7122. 773-396-7122. And my email, Pearline, PEARLINE 13847 at gmail.com. And as I said, the only person that have been seeming to call me are other gang stalkers. And I don't know whether they're sending it in the description box or blocking other people from calling me. And for you guys that's worried about people having your information, the most evil, dangerous, maniacal people already have your information. They know everything about you. They already know your number and your email address. So you're trying to hide it from somebody that that you think is going to come and stalk you. You're already being stalked. So pass this information on. If you know any targeted individuals, you know anyone, pass this information on. We need to stick together. We need to contact each other instead of going to groups or organizations who's supposed to be putting information out there to help us and we're still not being able to have any power by gathering with enough force, with enough individuals that mean something. So, as I said, I put my number out there. I'm going to put it in the description box. And I want you guys to contact me, contact each other. Another thing, I was watching Kerry Curry's video this morning about how the police are now protecting them pedophiles. Well, and she was saying, well, some military is going to try to help us, but they've been saying that for years. And the thing is, people, you have to realize, people waiting on people inside the government to help us from the government, to save us from the government, will never happen. Because if they're already inside the government, and we're waiting on them to save us from something they're already inside, and they haven't done it yet, isn't the picture obvious that they're backing the government? So, we got to get together some kind of way and help ourselves. And as I've always said, when you see something happening, helping your brother helps you. When you help your brother, you help yourself. So, with everything going down, as I said, things are changing so fast. With everything going down, we better get to moving and stop depending on others to save us. They won't. We have to save ourselves. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Let me go and get this video uploaded. As I said, we can depend on people in government to save us from government. All right, talk to you later. Love you. Be prepared, be aware, be informed, and spread the word. Spread my number. And don't be afraid to put your information out there because the bad guys already got it. All right. Love you. Stay in the prayer. Bye-bye.